Have you ever thought about how effortlessly you can do something like reach for a cup of coffee without looking, or walk confidently without constantly checking your feet? These seemingly simple actions are made possible in part by a fascinating sensory system known as proprioception. And whilst often overshadowed by the five senses we're more familiar with, proprioception plays a crucial role in our ability to navigate the world around us, and its development begins early in life, even before we take our first steps. Proprioception, often referred to as the sixth sense, is the body's ability to sense its position, movement, and actions in space. So it enables us to know where our limbs are without having to look, allowing for coordinated movement and balance. This sense relies on proprioceptors, which are specialized sensory receptors located in our muscles, tendons, and joints that detect changes in tension, muscle length, and joint position, and send those signals to the brain to create a coherent representation of our body's position. Proprioception actually begins to develop in the womb. So amazingly, when baby pushes and kicks against the walls of the uterus, they get sensory feedback and an idea of the restricted space their body's in. Then from the moment of birth, babies begin to further develop their proprioceptive sense, starting with simple reflexes and gradually refining their motor skills as they grow. Here's a breakdown of how proprioception evolves during infancy. So newborns exhibit reflexive responses to stimuli, such as the Moro reflex, which is the one that causes them to extend their arms and their legs when they're startled. And these reflexes lay the foundation for proprioceptive development by stimulating muscle activity and providing feedback about their body's position. Then as baby grows, they engage in exploratory movements such as reaching, grasping, kicking, and those actions allow them to learn about the spatial relationship between their body parts and the objects around them, gradually refining their proprioceptive awareness. Activities like tummy time and crawling play a vital role in that development, and by supporting their own weight and moving against gravity, babies receive valuable sensory input from their muscles and their joints, which helps them understand their body's position in relation to the ground. As motor skills continue to develop, babies gain more precise control over their movements, so honing their proprioceptive abilities. Activities like picking up small objects, manipulating toys, they all further enhance their awareness of hand-eye coordination and spatial orientation. The transition to standing and walking marks a really significant milestone in proprioceptive development. Through trial and error, babies are learning to balance their bodies, adjust their posture, and coordinate movements to navigate their environment, all of which heavily rely on that proprioceptive feedback. As caregivers, there are several ways we can support the development of this sense. So firstly, by providing sensory-rich environments. Offer toys of various textures, shapes, sizes to encourage them to explore and stimulate that proprioceptive feedback. Encourage movement, so allow plenty of opportunities for free movement, both on the floor and in safe, supervised spaces to help babies develop strength, coordination, and body awareness. Facilitate hands-on play, so engage in activities that involve hands-on exploration, such as stacking blocks, playing with dough, finger painting, that will promote fine motor skills and their proprioceptive awareness. Offer supportive touch, so gentle massage, cuddling, skin-to-skin contact can provide comforting sensory input and promote body awareness in infants. And fortunately, all of the above are components of our Wriggle and Roll songs and classes, precisely because these classes were designed by me to stimulate all the senses with that in mind. So the takeaway is that while proprioception may not receive as much attention as the other senses, its role in facilitating movement, coordination, and spatial awareness is indispensable. By understanding how proprioception develops in babies and providing them with opportunities for sensory-rich experiences and movement, we can help lay a solid foundation for their physical and cognitive development. So the next time you witness your baby confidently reaching for a toy or taking their first wobbly steps, just appreciate the remarkable journey of proprioceptive growth that has brought them to that moment. And I also encourage you to think about how many things you do with your body without actually having to look. It's really amazing. Drop me a comment below, and I hope to see you in one of our classes soon.